Significant flooding is developing across inland parts of Queensland as rain and thunderstorms bring heavy falls to the area. Now, this wet weather is being driven by a low pressure trough, this blue dashed line on our map, which lies from inland Queensland pushing back across northern parts of the Northern Territory. That trough is drawing in significant moisture from the tropics, feeding it into any showers, thunderstorms and rain areas that do develop. Over the next couple of days, we're likely to see the heaviest falls close to the north and to the east of this low pressure trough. You can see the trough funneling moisture through inland parts of Queensland here. To the west of the trough, we may see some more isolated heavier falls impacting the eastern interior of the Northern Territory, parts of northeastern South Australia and even far northern parts of New South Wales at times. But those heavier falls are likely to be fewer and further between than what we're going to see through Queensland. As we move into Wednesday, we might start to see some of those heavy falls easing across far western parts of Queensland. However, they'll likely continue across those more central parts as well as parts of the southern inland as this low pressure trough is not moving away anytime soon. Our rainfall totals over the next few days are echoing that same story. The highest rainfall accumulations between today and the end of Wednesday are likely to build across northwestern parts of Queensland, pushing down into central and southwestern parts of Queensland as well. We're also likely to see some higher accumulations building about parts of the North Tropical Coast, with a flood risk developing there as well, given onshore flow is bringing high amounts of moisture feeding into further showers and thunderstorms in this area as well. Now, our highest rainfall accumulations over the next few days are expected across those southwestern parts of the state. They're reflected in our current severe weather warning for heavy rainfall, this yellow area here. In that warning area, which covers parts of the Channel Country District, the northwest and the central west, we may see 6-hourly rainfall totals as high as 60 millimetres across fairly widespread areas over the next couple of days, isolated 6-hourly totals to 90 millimetres and 24-hour rainfall totals significantly higher. Now, these areas have already seen considerable amounts of rain over the weekend and so far on Monday, so this is only likely to exacerbate the flash and riverine flooding that's already unfolding in those areas. Water moving over roads and access routes is likely to lead to lengthy delays or detours, and we may see follow-through impacts for some communities being isolated or cut off, as well as impacts for agriculture and industry across these parts. Our riverine flooding risk can be seen with our current flood watch and flood warning products. Now, mostly they're impacting much of Queensland, but we're seeing them flow through to the eastern interior of the Northern Territory as well. Our flood warnings, first of all, we've got a major flood warning in place for the Bellew River in southwest Queensland, moderate flood warnings in place for the Georgina River and the Eyre Creek close to the Northern Territory border. We've also got a generalised flood warning in place for the Diamantina River and minor flood warnings across those southwest inland areas. It's worth noting that we already do have a number of flood warnings in place as well for parts of the North Tropical Coast, as grounds are wet and rivers are swollen, and they're responding quickly to the rainfall that's coming through. A couple of flood watch areas remain current. We've got the Gulf of Carpentaria rivers covered in a flood watch, as well as some of those southern inland rivers as well, really flagging the risk that we could see riverine flooding developing in these areas over the next few days, in addition to those areas where we're already seeing the rivers respond. Focusing quickly on the North Tropical Coast, our moderate flood warnings are current for the Bowley River and the Horton River. These areas have seen a lot of rainfall over the past couple of months, which means they're likely to respond very quickly to any further rain that moves into the area. We may see further upgrades to some of these warning areas and additions to these warning areas over the coming days as that onshore flow continues to bring moisture against the coast. Thunderstorms are also likely to play a part in the heaviest rainfall totals. This is our thunderstorm forecast map for today. It shows us that storms are likely across much of northern Australia as well as much of inland Queensland. But it's the yellow areas on this map that we really want to focus on, as they show us where severe thunderstorms are possible. Now, severe thunderstorms are the ones that are going to bring us the heavy rainfall and flash flooding. Today, those severe storm areas cover parts of the Kimberley, northern parts of the Northern Territory, and broad areas of western and inland Queensland. We've also got a small area of severe thunderstorms possible about the North Tropical Coast, where that onshore flow could feed into thunderstorms in that area, increasing the risk of heavy falls there. This situation is only beginning to develop and is likely to continue through much of this week. It's essential to stay on top of the latest forecasts and warnings via the Bureau's website, the BOM weather app and via our social media. Stay safe and we'll catch you next time.